I didn't have my gray either. It's crazy.
We're all set.
Excellent.
Okay, like I said, I'd like to introduce. Oh, I'm pointing in the wrong direction. Is this the right direction?
I'm not sure.
I'm interviewing my good friend
side,
torigil35. She's been on YouTube for quite a while. When did you first join YouTube?
I actually joined October 31st of 96. Excuse me, 2006.
Oh, cool.
It's been a long time. Feels like it's been a really, really long time.
I actually researched that, so I know you're telling the truth.
Yes. Yeah, it was the Halloween night of 2006, and I had just found out about YouTube through really neat kids that I had met on MySpace. And they had videos that they had been doing and did a cute little show called Love It or Leave It. And they're actually Canadians, ironically. And they said, well, if you ever want to see more of us, go over to YouTube. And I'm like, what's YouTube? And they said, oh, it's, really neat site and so forth. And I went over and I found their videos, and then I remember one of the first videos I ever saw was of Zipster08. And I'm like, oh, wow, now this is different. And then I would say within a few weeks' time, I ended up making my own account. And I thought, yeah, this is pretty cool. And that's how I actually learned of YouTube and began YouTube, was from these kids from MySpace that I had met.
So you already had a MySpace account before you had YouTube?
Yeah, very rarely used MySpace account.
I don't know who still is using MySpace. It got so ridiculous.
I think MySpace is gone.
Yeah, well, it is still there. If you actually look to see, you'll find your account is still there.
Yeah, probably so. I never really used it a lot anyway, but I remember finding videos on there, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I can watch, people, and then I found other videos, and now here we are on YouTube, however many years later, 5 years later.
People are celebrating their 7 years on YouTube. When I first started YouTube, my hair was all brown.
Ah, yes, of course. I didn't have my gray either. I was had black hair. My gray's come in since YouTube.
Yeah. That's what YouTube does to you. Can you remember some of the first people you ever started watching? You mentioned Zipster.
Zipster08 was one of the first ones. I also, in the beginning, learned of a program called Stickam or Stickum, whatever you desire. And a lot of people there were on YouTube. So I met a lot of people from there, like Princess Di, and I believe her channel name is Princess Diana 161. I learned of Nut Cheese, and her name is Kelly, and she's an absolute goof, but really funny.
She does the fart videos.
Yes, and she also did, at that time, she did a show about her crazy neighbor, and I remember seeing this, and she would talk about this neighbor lady that was just completely wacko nut job, and she would open up her window, and you could hear this lady downstairs yelling at the top of her lungs. And so she would make this ongoing daily report of what her crazy neighbor was up to. That was fascinating to me.
Yeah, I remember those videos.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So those are some of them that I started off with. And then I remember Michael Buckley and meeting him and oh gosh, Renato was really big at that point as well.
Yeah.
Renato was a huge figure, I guess you could say, in YouTube, and he had a character named Renato. His name is Paul Renato in real life, and now he does a lot more. But yeah, at that point, it was like Renato, Zipster, Princess Diana, Nut Cheese, a lot of that, you know, um, kind of air of people were, was really neat to watch because they all were talking about their life stories, what they were experiencing. So it was a blast in the beginning. And you
Yeah.
really got to know people on a, what you felt like a personal level.
Did you ever get into watching the Lonely Girl series, Lonely Girl 15?
I was never a Lonely Girl devotee. However, I know a lot of people that were, and I didn't find out about Lonely Girl until later. So it's like my Lonely Girl cherry got popped late in into YouTube. I didn't know anything about her. I didn't know what the premise was, but I do know she was really big on YouTube.
Yeah, her whole series just started to escalate, and then the stories, the story and the videos that he made kept getting more and more dramatized, and it would just got
Yeah.
so bizarre
And then
until finally
it
they
seemed
killed
like
her.
it seemed like there became, not just a following, but many who were trying to do the same thing as well. Trying to kind of like, we want to be like Lonely Girl and do that same kind of thing. So that like genre was born and everybody was like, well, let's try to do something really weird. And the weirder we can be, the more views we're going to get.
Yes.
So, I mean, nowadays, oh my gracious, you can find anything and everything on YouTube. I mean, from babies getting immunization shots to ear piercings to, for goodness sakes, people want to see people getting their zits popped. I mean, it is crazy. Some of the things are like big,
I I've
bug
seen.
bites.
It's kind of
Oh,
embarrassing to actually say, yeah, somebody posted up a video of somebody getting their zit popped, and you actually sit through it and you watch it, and you're thinking, oh, what did I just watch?
yeah, why did I just put that in my mind and I have to watch a Disney movie now? How do I Windex that out of my brain? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like the reaction videos also became really, really big at one time. Like, oh, let's watch someone put something in an orifice that it's not supposed to be there and cause them harm and then giggle, you know, or let someone fall down and see how funny that is. It's just crazy the amount of reaction videos and it's like the funniest thing about it to me is, oh my gosh, I'm going to watch this reaction video and I'm never going to do it again. And next week, I said I was never going to do this, but I'm going to watch another one. It's like, okay.
Yeah. There's this one guy on YouTube. He's getting quite a following. He drinks weird stuff. Like he'll drink bubble
Oh,
bath.
like concoctions and,
Yeah. One
hmm
time did. Have you ever seen the cinnamon challenges?
oh yes, let's aspirate our lungs and hope not to die, but do it for YouTube.
Yeah.
And this is YouTube worthy.
Yes.
Let's make sure and try not to cough our lungs up and aspirate. But hey, for the views, let's do this. Oh
Yes.
yeah, and the cinnamon challenge is all of the drinking milk until we throw up and storing it out our nose challenge.
Yeah.
The eating crackers until we can't breathe challenge.
Yeah. And then
Oh
the
yeah.
shot of Tabasco sauce.
Or drinking a gallon of vodka. For goodness sake, some of these things. I saw a woman snort, literally up her nose, snort a shot of vodka. And I'm like, now that's fascinating to me that in this day and age, and now crazy, I get it. when you're young, you want to do anything and everything. And Ozzy Osbourne, he got down and he snorted up a line of ants. And, maybe they're taking after him and it's the new thing. But to snort, vodka and wasabi, that's another big one.
Ooh.
People getting on there and snorting up, powdered wasabi. Oh, I'm going to cry for you on YouTube, It's just like, what else are you going to do, guys? We want instant fame through the craziest of things. I'm going to eat something that's not really supposed to be ingested by humans, but I'm going to do it for you. So visit the ER for me too. Am I going to be, I'm the one that's going to be praying for you and hoping that I don't have to pay your medical bills. But hey, that was good.
Yes. So Tori, do you have a YouTube partnership?
I do. I was very lucky to get a partnership a few years back. I remember when the partnership started and they were sending out invitations to people, to be a partner. So I knew most of them that had gotten the invitations and, like I said, with Stickcam, I learned of a lot of people and they brought it over to YouTube and so I got a partnership and I'm very grateful to have it. Very grateful.
And you use the AdSense?
I do.
I'm starting to run out of questions. Okay. Well, you use PC, do you?
I do. I use a laptop and I use my little camera. Either I'll use the one on the laptop itself or just a camera that, I've got here and do my videos. And that's one thing that I am kind of loving is I do, one of the things that I do on my channel is do contests and giveaways. And I like to give back to the community. And that's one thing about having a partnership is loving the ability to give back. I feel like I've been so given to, and I want to give back. So I do contests like right now I'm doing every month I give away a free camera. And I just love that. I love being able to, keep the heart of YouTube, going. And the reason, that we all got into it was because of how much we all enjoyed one another and doing videos. So being able to give back is important to me.
Yes, and I'd like to say to encourage everybody to go subscribe to Tori. And I actually...
torigil35.
torigil35 on YouTube. I'll put the links down in the description to her channel so you can go subscribe. And I'm one of the winners of one of her cameras.
Yes. Yeah, it was really neat because one of the things that I like doing is getting the people involved in it and going, okay, so what would you like? And it keeps the community part of YouTube alive. Let's keep remembering the people because that's the heart. And you guys are the ones that make it. You guys are wonderful and creative and you do so much and you don't even realize it. You guys are amazing. So that's what I want to see continue to live and grow and be nurtured. So I feel blessed to be able to be a part of it. I feel honored to be a part of this community. So I thank you for even taking the time to ask me questions.
That's right. Well, Tori, we're running into 17 minutes.
Well, let's go
and
ahead
I'm going to upload this whole thing. That's going to be it's going to be perfect. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with the last words.
Well, I just want to say you guys are wonderful and keep doing for yourself. Do something for you today. Remember you and put yourself on that list and remember how awesome you are. I love you guys and you guys are amazing. Mwah. Thank you. They're on I didn't have my gray either. These crazies